You know that feeling, right? You ask an AI a question and what you get back is just this wall of fluffy, meaningless text? Well, if that sounds familiar, you're in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to look beyond just writing a better prompt and dive into how you actually engineer high-quality AI.
I mean, come on, we've all seen this phrase, haven't we? It's like a giant red flag. It's the telltale sign that you're reading some generic, low-effort AI content that's just flooding everything. It sounds super smart, but really, it's saying absolutely nothing.
And yeah, there's actually a name for this stuff, AI slop. It's that bland, shallow, and let's be honest, often just plain wrong filler that's clogging up our search results and our social feeds. And it is a huge, huge problem.
In this AI slop, it has some pretty classic tales. First off, you've got hallucinations, where the AI just literally makes things up. Then there's the outdated information, where it's stuck a few years in the past. You also get those awful, repetitive phrases that just go in circles. And finally, the content is just, well, it's shallow. There's no real depth there.
So when you're wading through all this junk, the first thing you think is, okay, I just need a better prompt, right? Like if I can just be more clever, more specific with my instructions, that's got to be the answer, yeah? Well, not exactly. The real fix here is actually way more fundamental than that. It's not just about tweaking a few words in a text box. It's about a complete shift in our thinking, from just prompting an AI to actually engineering an AI system.
And getting into that engineering mindset, it really starts with thinking like a builder, not just, a user. It means you have to understand the basic building blocks. You need to know when a job calls for a predictable, step-by-step workflow, and when you need something more dynamic, like an agent.
Okay, so think of a workflow as an assembly line. It's super structured. It's a series of steps that happen in the same order every single time. It follows the rules, no questions asked. This makes it incredibly reliable and predictable, which is perfect for certain tasks. Now, an agent, that's a whole different animal. It's more like a skilled problem solver. It doesn't just follow a script, it can actually make a plan, use different tools, react to new info, and make its own decisions to hit a goal. It's flexible, it's adaptive, it's autonomous.
So let's break it down side by side. It's really simple. A workflow follows rules, which gives you predictability and control. An agent makes its own decisions, which gives you adaptability and freedom. And honestly, just knowing which one to pick is the first and maybe the most important step to engineering quality AI.
Okay, so that's the theory. But what does this actually look like in the real world? Let's dive into a really cool case study of a system that was built specifically to defeat AI slop and produce content that's actually, good.
So the mission, if you will, was to automate the creation of a really high-quality technical article. We're talking something deep, well-researched, and written so well that a human would genuinely want to sit down and read it.
And the big aha moment, the real breakthrough, came from one core insight. The team realized that the two biggest parts of this task, the research and the writing, have completely opposite needs. Trying to use one tool for both was never going to work. And this is where it gets really interesting, because these two jobs are basically at war with each other. For research, you need flexibility. You need to explore, go down rabbit holes, and deal with brand new information. But for writing, you need the total opposite. You need structure, you need consistency, and you need tight constraints so you don't end up with that generic slop.
So what did they do? The smart thing. They split the problem in two. For the messy, unpredictable research part, they built an autonomous research agent they called the Explorer. Then, for the structured part, they took all that research and fed it into a strict writing workflow they called the Craftsman. Two different jobs, two different tools.
Okay, so you've built the system, but that's only half the battle, right? How do you actually guarantee the output is any good? Well, this is where a truly brilliant self-improvement process kicks in.
So this Craftsman workflow, how does it make sure the final article is actually sharp and well-structured, and not just more of that awful slop we were talking about at the beginning?
This is the secret sauce. It uses this brilliant AI-powered review loop. First, a writer AI creates a draft. Then, and this is the genius part, a totally separate AI, the reviewer, comes in and critiques it against a whole list of quality guidelines. That separation is so important. It's like having a tough editor who has no attachment to the original text. The writer then takes that feedback, revises the draft, and the whole loop runs again and again, getting better with every single pass.
And look, the proof is right here. The results are kind of staggering. The very first draft starts with that cringy, delving into the topic nonsense. But after 4 cycles through that review loop, the final version has a sharp, direct hook that grabs you.
The generic language is gone, replaced with something punchy and direct. It literally transforms AI slop into a sharp, well-crafted article.
All right, let's bring it all home. What's the big takeaway from all of this? How should we be thinking about building stuff with AI going forward?
Okay, so if you remember anything from this, remember these 4 things. 1. AI slop isn't a prompt problem, it is a system design problem. 2. You have to pick the right tool for the job, a predictable workflow or an adaptable agent. 3. The best systems often break a big problem down, separating tasks that have conflicting needs, just like the researcher and the writer. And finally, number 4, to get truly high-quality results, you need to build in a feedback loop so the system can critique and improve itself.
And really, it all boils down to this one idea. AI products, the good ones anyway, are never just one thing. They're complex systems that are carefully engineered by combining all of these pieces, tools, workflows, and agents, to solve a problem in a really smart way. And that leaves us with one final big question to think about. The most valuable skill in this new world isn't going to be writing the perfect prompt. It's going to be designing a powerful system. So you have to ask yourself, are you still thinking like a prompter, or are you ready to start thinking like an engineer?